devastating news that a cyclone has hit Sri Lanka. We've been called to a potential road traffic accident. So the dog's right on the side of the canal. Yeah, quite worried about that. Bit concerned he's got a bladder rupture. It's going to be a bit of a long night for all of us, I think, but poor hero. Let's just get him to where we can, do everything we need to do. The 3-hour drive back from Colombo has been incredibly tense. Hero is much sicker than we first thought. Initially, we'd only been told that he'd fractured his pelvis after being hit by the car, but when I went to pick him up, he had all the signs of a ruptured bladder, which is life-threatening. I'm just so thankful he survived the journey and he's now back at our hospital where we can start treatment. He's definitely a street dog, but he's got a name. He's Hero. He's 4 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, but I think how long is on his fluid? About 21. Right, so straight onto the prep table, please. Chat to me, thank you. 1, 2, 3. Over 3.5 litres of bloody urine has leaked into his abdomen, causing massive internal trauma. When urine leaks into the abdomen like this, the body starts absorbing it back into the bloodstream. That causes all sorts of problems, and one of the biggest is that the potassium levels can rise dangerously high. Hero's potassium is so high that if we take him straight to surgery, he could go into cardiac arrest on the operating table. So we're working to stabilise him by draining the fluid and trying to balance his electrolytes. We're managing his pain, and we just have to hope that his levels improve so we can operate tomorrow. Oh boy, should we go to bed?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Having a nice drink. The next day, despite everything we're doing, Hero's condition remains unstable. I am back in Talala after quite a few hectic weeks and having a bit of a meltdown today. I just woke up super overwhelmed instead. I was stressing about Hero the second I woke up, so I woke up at 6 a.m. just worrying about him. Didn't get home from the hospital till 11 p.m. last night. It's just been a really hectic few weeks, honestly. Sorry. I just don't know which way's up and down. I've been in a lot of countries, which I shouldn't complain about. A lot of kind of roller coaster emotions, decisions to make, not sure where to be, not sure what to do for the best. And then obviously I landed, got straight back into it. That was great. Like, I felt really positive and full of energy, and like I was here to make a difference. But then it's like as soon as you stop, it just all like floods out. Like, there's so many components I can't really explain. I come home honestly to a bit of an empty house. Like, obviously my animals are here, but I'm living in quite a lot of isolation in Sri Lanka. I find that quite tricky. So there's that to contend with, but then also just, yeah, coupled with the tiredness, the overwhelm, the being the one that everyone looks to for decisions, seeing everything we've seen with people the last few days, and they're managing to remain so positive despite having lost everything. And I just feel a bit, honestly, like a sock. Like, what is wrong with me? I'm really stressed about Hero. I stayed at the hospital last night till quite late. Managed to get him a bit more comfortable, drained all of the fluid out of his abdomen. The nurse went in this morning at 7 a.m. and updated me immediately, so I was kind of waiting for her message, and it was really positive. He hadn't produced too much more. There wasn't too much more fluid build up in his abdomen. That had kind of not happened overnight, which was a big worry of mine. Sorry, I feel like I can't speak. I'm just... So yeah, he was producing urine, and we had somewhat of a handle on his pain. His blood pressure was coming more towards normal, and
yeah, today I've kind of been prepping. His electrolytes were also coming back to normal limits, so not normal limits, but more towards normal limits. So I was prepping to have to operate on him tomorrow. But now I've just got a message that he's worsening, and I feel like I might have to go in and do surgery, and oh God, I just don't know if I can do it. I can do the surgery, but and then I'll pull myself together. But it's just when you feel like this and you've got a life in your hands and you know you have to do your best, but you're not at your best, and haven't been at my best for a few weeks now, and to know that I might have to be in and doing potentially life-saving surgery. I hope it's life-saving surgery. In the next hour or so is just quite overwhelming. God, I really hope we can pull him back. He's a young boy. I can't quite explain what's going on with him. At home you do certain types of imaging, we can't do that here. Yeah, so anyway, fingers crossed for a good outcome. I know I'll be able to pull myself together because I generally can in these scenarios. But I guess I'm just, again, not to sound like a pity party, but it's like, how many more times do I have to do this? Like, how many more times do I have to, like, distract myself, I suppose? Not deal with what's coming up, not process emotions, just push them to one side and forge on, and then tomorrow the same thing, push them to one side and forge on. Like, when is that going to stop? Yeah, I'm just really hoping we can pull him through. He's just so lovely. I'll do everything I can do.
Hi, good morning. So I'm at WECare and about to operate on Hero. I'm feeling a lot more positive than I was yesterday. Not really because Hero's condition has improved, but I've got myself pumped up, been meditating, grounding myself, knowing that I can do this. Fingers crossed that I can do this, but I know I'll do my best, and that's all we can do. So yeah, feeling good, and we've got this. Okay, yeah, not the best start. I left my scrubs in the car. We're gonna start again in a minute. Breathe. And take two.
Normally, I would never operate on a patient with a potassium this high. The risk of losing him under anaesthesia is enormous. But we're running out of options. Without surgery, Hero isn't going to survive. Sometimes as a vet, you're faced with making the least risky of two incredibly risky decisions. So I've made the call to operate and to repair his ruptured bladder.
So we're just going into the abdominal cavity now, see what we're dealing with. Olga's doing a fantastic job of getting us to this point, but already we've got fluid kind of coming out, even though we removed 1.9 litres of fluid just before surgery. It's going to be really challenging. Nothing's going to be in its right place. We're not going to have very good visibility in there. So we're both a little bit anxious, but ready for the challenge, aren't we?
Now we've opened Hero up, we can see the devastation the accident has caused, not only to Hero's bladder, but also to the surrounding tissues and the body wall. Everything is so bruised and inflamed, making identification of vital and tiny structures like ureters really tricky. We need to check that there isn't any damage beyond the bladder, and it's really challenging in these conditions. Thankfully, after some digging, we're happy that everything else is functional, though very bruised and angry. And the bladder is a mess. This is going to be a challenge. We've managed to repair his bladder, but just as we're closing the abdominal incision, Hero's heart rate has dropped dramatically and given us a fright, so it's vital we wake him up as soon as possible.
Boy. Good boy, Hero. Ready, guys?
Yeah.
Morning. Good boy. Give it to me, please.
Now it's like, I want to keep it.
Very sweet.
so brave. Thank you so much.
So this is an amazing piece of kit that we're so lucky to have. A lot of emergency veterinary clinics have these, but little old us in the south of Sri Lanka also do, which is incredible. We just pop a tiny bit of blood on this and we get results instantly. So with normal blood tests, we do have to run them. Sometimes they take 10 to 15 minutes. This gives us a result within a minute, and it's patient side, so we can move it around. It can be nice and portable. So in cases like this, where I need to know exactly what is happening right now, it's critical, it's absolutely vital. So yeah, so lucky to have this. We have wee coming through our catheter, and it's coming quite thick and fast. So hopefully that means it's all going into the bladder, a lot of it's going into the abdomen, but we're just not going to know that for another few hours. Yeah, but this is the nice sign for now. Just finished Hero's surgery. He's coming round very slowly. He has had very major surgery. So yeah, it's not unusual, but I would rather see him come around a little bit faster. I was all action all day, and I was really high energy, and then I think as soon as he's woken up, I've really hit a wall now. So I'm going to go home, get something to eat. I realised I haven't eaten for 48 hours, I think. And I didn't even realise because I was just a little bit on edge, I think. So I'm going to go home and eat, maybe have a little nap, and then come back and stay probably overnight with Hero, or at least till very late. Yeah, I'm happy with how it went. There are still some question marks over things, but we won't really know for another few hours. So yeah, just going to take this opportunity to regroup, re-energise myself, and then come back. So Hero is zonked on some lovely pain relief. He did give me such a bloody scare after surgery, honestly, just with that heart rate dropping. His heart rate dropped from 120 to 40. All the meds I gave made no difference. We just had to close his wound in like no time. It was the speediest closure we've ever done. And then get him into recovery, which it took him ages to wake up. But since then, he's been awake, he's been up and about, he's eaten, he's been having a sing-song, and then we gave him some good old pain relief, and now he's schnoozing hard again. He's got a lot of tubes coming out of him and going into him, every orifice really, and I'm just going to stay the night with him just to be sure he's okay, really. It's been a big few days for this boy.
Over the next 3 days, Hero makes a good recovery from surgery and his potassium levels return to normal, but now our attention shifts to his broken pelvis.
Hero.
Which is clearly very painful. Hero's pelvis has multiple fractures, and in an ideal world, surgical repair would be undertaken. Unfortunately, it is a specialist procedure that currently isn't available in the country and is far beyond my scope as an emergency vet. Our only option is to leave the body to work its magic by healing naturally and hope that the fragments don't displace in the meantime. This involves very strict rest, a lot of pain relief, a lot of stool softener. Pooing with a fractured pelvis is not fun, and close monitoring with imaging. We're looking at a minimum of a 4-week recovery time, and there's no guarantee that we'll get the outcome we hope for. But we've come this far, and Hero's a fighter. We're not giving up on him now.
I'm a little bit apprehensive today, / secretly excited, because today is the day that I'm going to get Hero out and pop him in the garden for the very first time and see what his mobility is like. Now, Hero had a horrible pelvic fracture. He went through a horrific surgery as well with a ruptured bladder, so he has had a huge amount going on. And if we can just see him walking, I was going to say perfectly today, I don't think it's going to be perfectly, but if we can see him walking to a standard that I'm happy with, he may even be able to go home. So really excited to see what this boy can do. And hoping he doesn't bloody bite me, because he was so friendly when we picked him up. Then he got really quite grumpy in his kennel. He was pissed off with us. And now I'm hoping he's come full circle and he's just thrilled to have a cuddle again. So let's go and grab him from his kennel and see. Hopefully I don't get mauled. Hero! Hero, hero! Oh, hello, baby boy. Hello, my baby boy. Hello, my big prince. I love you. Right, Hero, where are you? Come on, Hero. What are you doing? It's okay. We're just going to go on a little walk, my prince. Hello, my darling. No, don't shout at me. It's okay. You want to come for a walk? I know you're going to bite this, I think, so let me just try, though. Just put the lead on. Hero. Good boy. It's okay. Oh, why are you being daft? So things never go to plan here at WECare or when working with street dogs. So this is a dog that we've invested quite a lot of time into, and he's really not in the mood for us today. So I want to see him walking. I want to see him having a trot around the garden. We might be able to get him to that point, but not quite sure how we're going to catch him again once we've got him in the garden if he's this annoyed at us, and he does hate leads. So yeah, not quite as simple as working with your domesticated pets.
Yeah.
So Hero's in a bit of a tricky position here because he's in the corner. It does make it very difficult for us to try and wrangle him. So usually we would get behind the animal and quickly slip the muzzle on. But with him, he's kind of boxed himself into a corner. Darling, we're just testing if you get to go home. Hey, that's rude. Don't you remember how much we've helped you?
Yeah.
That's it, good boy. Good boy. Clever boy. Come on. Come on, let's go. What's happening? It's not so bad. There we go. Good boy. Babe. So he's just doing a bit of kennel guarding, I think, there. He's gotten used to having a space in the kennel and he did not want us in there. But he's walking. Are you going to go see Secundo? So once he's out of his kennel, he's a bit more chilled. Aren't you? You're all right. Did you get yourself in a bit of a tiz there? So I'm just stroking over his pelvis here to check he's nice and comfortable. He's not showing any signs. It's really important that you keep a close eye on their face just to see any changes in facial expression. You okay? Come on, Hero. Come on, my prince. Yeah, yeah. Come on. Come on, what are you doing? Come on. Not sure. Okay.
I think that's as good as we're going to get it today, but I'll take it as a positive. He is back to his spirited self.
So today is a massive day for us and for Hero. He is going home. So first to wrangle the beast. He can be a bit of a monkey, so wish me luck. Hero! Oh, he's out having breakfast. Good morning. Oh, come on. Good morning. Hey. You okay? Shall we go home? Woo! Look how well you're walking, sweetheart. Ha ha ha. Let's go, Hero. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, this is exciting. Boy, that's the one. Good boy. You've been in here before, do you remember? Do you remember? That's it. Right, let's shut that quickly. There we go, right. Definitely need that. Thank you, yeah. Hello, what are you doing? Oh, now he's in the footwell. Now he's back up. Hello, shall we go? Let's get the AC on, you'll be roasting in there. So we might need a harness for this drive because Hero's decided he wants to sit in the centre console. Hey, I thought you might just chill on the back seat like a good boy, but I think that was a bit ambitious from me. Excuse you, what do you think? There we go, that's better. You're nice and settled. Is that better? We're off. We're on the highway. On our way to Hero's house. So today is a massive day for Hero and quite a big day for us actually because he's going home. So Hero has really loving guardians who have been on the phone constantly wondering if we've actually stolen their dog. So they're very excited to get him home. And I am just as excited to get him home, honestly. Seeing him have a trot around the garden this morning trying to avoid me putting him on the lead was really actually just so heartwarming to see because he's essentially made a full recovery. His bladder was horrific when I went in surgically. It was, it was in a real mess. Really, really thickened, inflamed. Parts of it were dying off. I didn't know if we were going to be able to pull him through that surgery, but somehow we have. We pulled him through the surgery. We've also pulled him through his pelvic fracture, and it's an amazing day. We're going to get to see him reunited with his gorgeous guardians. Who's this? Oh my gosh, is it nice, Hero? Who's that? Are you gonna just be careful? Just be careful. Where are you? Where are you? You okay? It's just crazy to be back here and looking at it all, looking rather presentable, you know? It's like nothing ever happened, but then when you do look up there, you can still see the watermark right along the top of the wall there. So there are tiny remnants of all the devastation that did occur and lives lost. It's crazy. So Hero is a very lucky boy in that he has amazing guardians, but at the same time he is free roaming, so he's able to do what he wants. It does work. We just have to be there to support the infrastructure in the sense of providing veterinary care when animals need us most, and thankfully we could be there for Hero when he needed us the most. So the last time I was in Colombo was during the floods, and this place was absolute devastation. Behind me was just a pile, a mammoth pile of everyone's belongings. There was JCBs in the road here just scooping everything up and throwing it here, and it was just, yeah, it seems really weird that that was the same place then as it is now, only a couple of months later. I think we're 2 months down the line. It has been the worst flood disaster we've had in Sri Lanka in 20 years. 2.2 million people were affected, 100,000 homes lost or damaged, 643 people died, and there are still hundreds of people missing under the landslides. We just can't get to them. So it's going to take months to rebuild, but actually coming here, it's crazy to see how quickly things have returned to normal. And I do remember at the time of the floods, that was something that was quite jarring to me in a way, was just how everyone was just like, we're just going to fix this. Don't worry, we've been here before. You were just going to sort it out. And the resolve that people showed back then, it was really, it made me more sad in a way. Like, why do people have to be this resilient? It's just horrible, but actually seeing what they've managed here and the fact that all of the devastation is nowhere to be seen, really. It is miraculous. They've done an incredible job. But yeah, there's still a long way for the country to go. Aww. Oh, that was so nice. I actually remember them from the day. So yeah, really nice. It feels like we've done a full we've come full circle, and to see their smiles and see everyone healed and happy and thankful, and yeah, we've done a good job here today. I'm pretty chuffed.
Thank you to everyone who donated to help the flood relief. None of the work we did could be possible without you. And Hero literally wouldn't be here today without you. So thank you, thank you, thank you.